Somewhat historic day today, Stephen Conroy, with Australia signing a $1 billion defence contract, which is not a lot of money in terms of defence, but it's a lot of money because we're doing it with an Asian nation, South Korea. It's the largest military deal with an Asian country. The Prime Minister clearly wants to be seen as someone dedicated to security leading up to the election, doesn't he?
No question about it. The PM and Peter Dutton think that they can try and outflank Labor by being seen to be tough. What this does say, and it's congratulations to the government for the policy, is that the work that they're doing now to put to bed the concerns around AUKUS is invaluable. You know, we've talked to Japan, we've talked to South Korea, we've got the Quad going with India. I mean, these are really positive steps. All of them are good steps, and we need them. What will become more apparent over the next few months is that Dutton and Morrison will continue to try and play the defence card. And it's a card it's like the emperor with no clothes. We have no submarine program. He's just cancelled, I think, some helicopters. The F-35s are having training problems. I mean, this is a government that has actually left Australia with a significant capability gap. So I say bring on a debate about the state of our defence forces. You just got to read Greg Sheridan. You just got to read Robert Gottliebson to see the litany of disasters that this government is presiding over.
But hang on, Stephen, the last time Labor was in,
they took the defence budget
right back.
We were in a global recession, the global financial crisis. So I think that trying to pick one particular point in time and saying, hey, I mean, everything was contracted. Everything was about trying to bring us back to a surplus after that fact. So I really think to try and suggest that Labor is to blame for the debacle of the actual purchases made by Liberal governments is a bit rich, Chris. We have no submarines forecast under this deal to arrive before 2040. You know what that means? No submariner alive today will ever serve on those. In fact, the people who will serve on those submarines haven't been born yet. How terrifying a concept is that when our region has got such challenges?
Yeah, I would have thought, Holly, given the fact that
seriously, Stephen, boo-hoo, boo-hoo. I'm sorry. The global financial crisis, the global financial crisis wasn't even a blip when you compare to what we've seen over the last 2 years with COVID.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, get a grip. But I mean, honestly, you're now denigrating the Collins subs that we still have working and denigrating those submariners.
I'm not denigrating them.
Offensive. When you talk about what we do in defence, there is very long lead times in this. And what Minister Dutton is actually now doing is moving away from some of the stuff we saw in the past. I'm not going to apologise for everybody that did this when they wanted to do, their special bespoke little.
You should apologise for Chris Pine's performance.
Off-the-shelf works. Off-the-shelf works. And that is what Minister Dutton's doing. And if we want to all just keep casting our eyes back 10, 15 years and going, boo-hoo, that didn't work, that's not where we're at. We need to look at what we're doing going forward, and we're seeing Minister Dutton making some very significant decisions, whether it comes to the Black Hawks, where it's come to AUKUS, where it's come to the South Korea deal today, our relationships with Japan and the Quad. That was all, by the way, Stephen, before AUKUS was announced. So let's not rewrite history here. Let's not try and just pull back into the past. We need to make sure Australia is ready, and I think it's absolutely offensive and dangerous that you want to talk down our defence readiness.